known for their hard work in the community, inspiring the younger generation of players to play football one day. My son is among them with youth football. And we are joined this morning by Gustavo Silva. He is the Chicago Bears manager of youth and high school football. And we also have Jheri Bevil. She is the director of community relations with the Junior ZBs Youth Football League up in Zion, Illinois. Gustavo, I want to talk to you first. Can you tell us more about the work that the Bears put in every year when it comes to supporting these youth football programs?
Absolutely. So the Bears and our charitable arm, Bears Care, are committed to sustaining, strengthening, and growing the game of football by making it inclusive and accessible. And that means that we have to support the community organizations when they are facing barriers to participation. Sometimes those barriers are economic, sometimes they are lack of resources, and in the case of the ZBs, it was a lack of equipment. So it's important for us to invest in, having the kids have access to the game. We believe that all kids should have access to play the game, boys or girls. So if we can do anything to give them access to the game that teaches so much, we want to be able to do that through our community work.
Jheri, Gustavo gave us a little taste for what happened, but talk about the Bears' involvement with your program. You mentioned it was an equipment issue. How'd they get you guys up and running?
Yes, they absolutely got us up and running for this season. I reached out to a couple of organizations, and when I reached out to those organizations, I found that it was a lot of people that told us no, that they could not assist us. We were in fear of not having a season, so I reached out to every resource that I possibly could, sending email after email, and I connected with my local township, the Zion Township, and someone put me in contact with another person at the Bears organization that put me in contact with Gustavo, and they were able to get us helmets, and they were able to get us football shoulder pads.
Oh, that's, essentials. And I want to ask you about safety in just a minute. But first that, Gus, talk to us about the importance of the kids. Her program's between the ages of 6 and 14. How important is it for kids that age to learn the fundamentals of football?
Well, it's super important because, football is simply just a vehicle where kids learn, many life lessons. Football is obviously a great sport. It gives, teamwork, responsibility. You learn about adversity. You learn about setting goals. You learn about, being part of a community. And Zion's a community that faces other challenges as well. So that's super important as well, that we're giving kids this outlet to do something positive, to be around positive people, around positive mentors. So for us, it's vital that we're able to step up in situations like this and partner with organizations such as USA Football that helped us with this opportunity to donate equipment, but also to host a clinic for the kids, at which the end of the clinic we surprised the kids with this donation with help of Staley the Bear and one of our Chicago Bear alumni, Mr. Jim Schwantz, who happens to be the mayor of Palatine. So as an organization, we just like to give back, and that goes from top to bottom, from our mascot to our alumni to our current players to our organization, our president, the family, the McCaskey family is all about giving back to the community. So it's a vital part of what we do.
Jheri, let me ask you, what kind of impact have you seen the Youth ZBs football program have on these young people?
Well, that was an amazing start to our season. I didn't let the boys know. We kind of put it as a surprise, that me talking with Gustavo. So when they came out, I told them, the parents, that we had a surprise day for them. And when they came to the field, they noticed that the Bears were going to be there. So for the dads, for the fathers to get to enjoy that moment with the boys were hyped all the way to the end. And then when they got inside the building, the gym, to be able to see that there were helmets and shoulder pads like all season. You can see them walking around with their new helmets. They're the new Speed Flex type helmets, so they're all excited. They're wearing their helmets on and off the field.
Christmas comes early.
Yes.
As soon as my son's in flag, I was just telling you, and as soon as he got that jersey, he can't take the thing off.
Yes.
Gustavo, I'm going to put you on the spot, Gustavo. In terms of, so I mentioned my 8-year-old, for example, is in flag. This is a full tackle program for the youth program. What is your message to parents who may have concerns about young kids and the tackle game? We're hearing so much about CTE and concussions these days.
Well, football's a game that's, super inclusive, and it's becoming more so, especially with flag. We think flag football is a great way to introduce the game, and we've actually supported and expanded flag football programming for girls at the high school level. The Bears have been behind the effort to initiate it at the high school level, to grow it to 170 teams statewide and have it be a state-sanctioned sport now. So flag is just a great vehicle. Like I talked about the partnership with USA Football. One of the things that USA Football does with the NFL clubs, such as the Bears, is we host these clinics to teach coaches how to properly and safely teach tackling, right? So it's called USA Football Coaching Certification. All coaches must go through that certification. So that's a big part of it. The game has evolved tremendously. Education's a big part of it. And that's one of those needs that we meet as an organization is coaches' education, as well as helping with equipment, helping with certification, just helping create opportunities for kids. So really, football is for everyone, and there's a form of football that's appropriate for everyone, and it's really just about finding what is age appropriate for each individual, because each child is different, right? You can actually go through life without playing tackle football nowadays. You can play flag football all the way from youth, like your son, all the way to the Olympics now, and that is just a super opportunity that we are 100% behind.
It's so cool. Yeah, there's a spot for everyone.
Different pathways.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
different pathways for everybody. Jheri, before we let you guys go, what's your advice to any parent who wants to sign up their kids to play for youth football?
I say get them out there, get them. My son quit every year the first year. We're on year 4. He quit every day, Every day he quit because he wasn't experienced and he didn't know, but now he's learned to love the game of football. It builds character, it builds relationship, it builds within the community. You learn about other communities, you become friends with these people. So I think it's a great opportunity for all kids. Sign them up, go to your local park district, whomever operates in your area, and get the kids signed up.
You're absolutely right, Jheri. Sometimes they don't want to go to practice. They don't want to put in the work. They sometimes need that extra kick.
Yes.
They sometimes need that extra kick. Gustavo and Jheri, thank you so much for all the great work you're doing, enriching the lives of these young people.